It's nice and bougie now because my friend had me set up here with lights, and she's not in the video. She's in the background. Say hi, ho. Hey. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me and hanging out while I went MIA for a little bit. I did receive all your texts, your calls, your messages about continuing with the videos. I've been traveling. I've been bouncing back and forth. So thank you so much for your patience. But anyway, wanted to do a video for September 26th all the way to October 2nd. For those that are new, I'm Tatianna Tarot. I pull out tarot cards and read the energy of the week, and I consult spirits for the highest good of all involved to see what it is that we most need to know in terms of our personal development, spiritual development, and anything that can enable us to progress further and to remove any blockages along our way. And so I use the cards and I interpret the symbology, and I kind of pull a card for every 2 days of the week and then 1 day for the weekends. And then to sum up the whole video, I go and I use an oracle deck. But today is a quick video. I'm on my Alicia Keys tip, and I don't have an oracle deck. So what we're going to be using is the Angel Tarot card from Doreen Virtue. I think I have it right here, the Angel Tarot card deck from Doreen Virtue, and I barely use her stuff, but she's pretty cool. She comes in with a what?
I had an oracle.
You have an oracle deck?
Yes.
Oh, can we use the Rumi deck?
We can definitely use it.
Okay, switch. We're not using this anymore. We're going to use an actual oracle deck. My homegirl's got one of Rumi, who's a Sufi mystic. Really, really powerful words, really, really powerful poems. And so that's going to give us further insight into this transition from September to October. I hope y'all been really, really well, mentally and emotionally and spiritually. It's been a rocky road. Thank you so much for your birthday messages. I really, really super appreciate each and every one of you guys. And moving forward, things should be a lot lighter. Things should result in much more clarity and understanding and closure. Most importantly, I think a lot of us are experiencing that in some aspects of our lives, and just allowing things to kind of drop by the wayside and allowing us to access a broader scale of abundance and what we really need to channel and moving forward to 2017. So I'm going to be using the Ghetto Tarot deck as I usually always do. It's a visual representation, a photographic representation of the Rider-Waite deck. This one right here. And this one was done by a woman named Alice Smeets, or Elise Smeets. I'm always mispronouncing it. Alice, eh? Okay. Her name is Elise. And you can get her deck that she photographed with Haitian artists in Haiti for this project to create the Ghetto Tarot. You can get it on her Indiegogo campaign page online. Just Google the Ghetto Tarot, and that's the only stream I think she is distributing her deck from. So it's really neat. If you're looking for a representation of people of color in tarot, I would definitely ask you to do this. The Rider-Waite is a very traditional deck, so even if you pick up a book or you're referencing meanings online, it usually corresponds to the Rider-Waite symbology and the illustrations of that deck. So this would be a great resource to start reading tarot cards for those that are looking for a deck. So let's get started. Everyone just consciously clear out their energy with a couple of deep breaths. And ask your spirit to align with your higher self, which is very easy. Just do it through intention. You do it very naturally on a day-to-day basis. And I want you to ask your higher self to allow yourself to receive any clarity, any insight, and any guidance that you most need. Allow it to come in a very obvious way, and to provide you with love and light moving forward for the highest good of all involved. And I want you to shift your consciousness from your head to your heart. So this is very simple. What you do is you switch your consciousness from thinking proactively to feeling more. So envision an elevator going from the pineal gland, the center of your brain, all the way down to the center of your heart, and your consciousness is resting here. You're just in a more expanded state of awareness, and you will be able to receive subliminal messages from your spirit guides, your ancestors, the orishas, the loas, and any higher ascended masters that want to come through, and your spirit guides. So it's important during the session not to negate anything that is going around. It is inherently a part of your experience and very much meaningful to you in some way, even though you may not logically make sense out of it, like alarms in the background, barking noises, weird sensations, thinking of other things. It's best advised to whip out a pen and paper during this time too, because you may be streaming psychic activity, psychic energy for yourself that is not in accordance to what I'm reading, but it's a specific message for you as well. So you might want to write it down, because it's always important to reference a little bit later on during the week or maybe even months to come. Anyway, I asked that Papa Legba please open the gates. Allow your child to come through to pass messages from beyond to anyone that's most receptive here today. The highest good of all involved, I ask Spirit to come through and allow us to access the wisdom from our ancestors and any information we most need to know for today, Monday the 26th, and tomorrow, Tuesday the 27th. What is it that is in our best interest, needs to be brought up to our consciousness, that we can act on and can best improve ourselves along the way. Bam. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. We're getting the 8 of Swords, and this looks like a very ominous card. It looks very scary, but I would not view it as such. It should be very liberating and empowering, as you can see from the color red. She is wearing red, and she is bounded by these cords, and she's also bounded in her eyes, so she's got a blindfold surrounded by a wall of swords. So the swords are symbolic of the mental realm. They're symbolic of air, communication, the intangible, what you do not see, but you can feel very easily. Your instincts, your intuition, your gut, your knowing. But the swords are also very logical, very just rational. They rule our rationality. They rule our mind's ability to discern what is good, what is bad for us personally, to discern what is moral and what is not moral, and to basically be a guide, guide us in accordance to what are facts and what are not facts. The 8 of Swords is bringing up maybe some resistance in your life in which you are holding yourself back. It can also be very symbolic of your need to now be very independent. You may have been in a rut. You may have been stuck somewhere. You may have felt like you can't progress forward, or you don't know how to progress forward, nor can you see any opportunity to do so. It's a kind of a card that leaves you disempowered, even though inherently your whole nature is of empowerment, is of progression and evolution. This woman's not really choosing to release herself from this bondage. She's probably saying, woe is me, I'm stuck, I can't see, I'm just gonna sit here pretty and wait for somebody to rescue me. Where does this kind of energy reside in your life right now? And this is popping up because you need to highlight it. It's popping up because it's presenting a challenge. Here is an area in which you are in need of liberating yourself from. It may be the case that you are feeling some sort of internal pressure that's now rising up, and you're saying in some way that enough is enough. You're saying that you are kind of tired of the same circumstances. You're tired of being kind of held back in some way or holding yourself back. You're now ready to take action. You're now ready to break the barrier. This can also mean mental obstruction, mental, ¿cómo se dice? Confusion. not being able to see clearly, not being able to rationalize clearly, and not even being able to see where your power lies in the situation, because you always have power in the situation. It's just all contingent of whether or not you believe you do, and whether or not you're giving yourself that sense of self-worth in order to take initiative on that power. You may not have the answer readily available to you, but this card is very important because it's telling you to keep on keeping on. It's telling you to be a solution-oriented person rather than a problem seeker. And so this can highlight our ability to complain, our ability to stuff and overburden our minds with futile information, with irrelevant thoughts and irrelevant belief systems, and maybe feeling inadequate in some way, or feeling like the exterior world, the external world, is imposing its baggage on us, when it's really us that's taking things in, and we're choosing to react to this in a way that is stifling to your voice, stifling to your movements, limiting in many ways. And so the Eight of Swords is a little bit of conundrum, because it can highlight the impact of you finally confronting these demons and confronting what has been holding you back this whole time from Monday and Tuesday. And it's very important to clear this out as we go into the next month, because next month is going to be really super lit and popping. So you want to make sure that the baggage is gone. You want to make sure that you're eliminating all obstacles so that you can kind of go like the chariot forward, determined and consistent with your dreams and your goals. This card can also highlight people around you that are acting acting like a victim to their circumstances. So instead of just fessing up and owning their reality and being super accountable for what is going on, or at least just recognizing that sometimes situations happen, life happens, and you cannot control what the cosmos give you. You cannot control what the cards are going to say to you. And just making the best out of the situation. This may be someone who is complaining a lot, who is draining your energy, who may want to be saved, and they're looking up to you to save them. Or they're looking towards you to help them out in some sort of situation, and you're not here for it. You're not standing for that right now, because you're busy in your own lane manifesting, so you don't need to have someone else's baggage to carry on along the way. This card is really, really dope, because you can expect massive breakthroughs, particularly during the beginning of the week. Supposedly, it is a very lucky day today, so you may get a lot of insight and clarity today in regards to where you're particularly stuck, or who's making you stuck, or who's draining you, where you feel victimized, how you can kind of liberate yourself, how you can leave things behind if they need to leave things behind. Again, because this woman is wearing red, I like to insert color therapy into symbology, and red is a color of many things. So red rules the root chakra, the first chakra, which is located at the base of our spine. And this is all about our survival, our ability to trust our instincts, sexual primitive nature, the will to survive. You said ow? Word. The ability to make money, to trust that you can conjure money, the ability to act and to respond. So this is really calling upon your animalistic nature, right? So animals are either mating, or they're eating, or they're protecting their own in some way. And so the root gives you a sense of courage and power, empowerment. It is a great color to make sure that you're stable, make sure that you're structured, and that you're solid, so that when you rise along the chain of the other chakras, that energy isn't going to trickle through because you have a weak root chakra. If your root chakra is lit, is with it, is concrete and secure, then the rest can thrive. Okay, so red is a great color to support that. Red is a great color to help you become more fearless, to tackle on the areas in your life that you feel are holding you back, or now you're being super honest. This is a time for massive honesty, massive confrontation with yourself and with others. Most importantly, confronting your projections, confronting a you know, your limitations and what you've decided to take on this whole time, whether you're enabling behavior that is not healthy for you. And now you're realizing that, and now you have to have, a heart to heart with yourself, and maybe heart to heart with people that kind of mirror that at you. So this color is going to help you gather your resources, gather your spirit, put everything in alignment, and allow you to kind of go and face what you need to face, feeling confident and feeling on your A game. So let's see what's on for for Wednesday the 28th and Thursday the 29th. Thank you, boo. What do we need to know for Wednesday the 28th and Thursday the 29th? Bam. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. The 9 of Cups. This is a genie in a bottle card. Look how he's so smug and chill and really dope. He's like, I got this. You know what? 9 is a color. Well, one of my clients ended up sending me a numerology report, and I didn't listen to the whole thing. I'm still listening to it. But she said in the beginning of the report, it's really dope. She was talking about my life path number 9, and how 9 includes all the experiences, um, and all the consciousness of the other numbers before it's the last number. And so this card, the 9 of Cups, is kind of saying you're coming to a closure with many of your emotional experiences, with many of your expectations. You're coming to a more universal understanding because you've gone from the lowest of the lows to now entering a peak of the highest of the highs. And so you can, in retrospect, look back and be like, oh my God, I was wilding out back in the day. But now I know why I had to experience what I needed to experience, because it's enabled me to grow. It's enabled me to break free from my comfort zone, or get the truth out of something or someone. It's spiritual ascension, spiritual development, raising from one consciousness to the other. And this card is really a bless up. It is saying that you are more than worthy, and you're now conscious that you're more than worthy to receive all the blessings that are coming to you. So this is a celebratory card. This is really great. It's you sitting pretty, feeling confident, feeling smug and secure, that you know now how to handle your emotions. You know that whatever transpires in these days to come are really for your well-being, disregarding regardless of what transpires. You know that you have the key that can paint the picture positive or negative for you. It's all contingent on how you see things, and since you have a stronger hold on that, you know who you are, and you now are ready to kind of redefine your reality as you see fit, as opposed to people defining things for you, as opposed to people saying that something is bad or something is good for you. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna just flip the switch, and I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna say that this is a positive meaning. I'll figure out along the way how. This is you being a master of your emotions, but also because you're willing to dive in so deep, because you're willing to feel so deeply and so purely and open-heartedly, it is making you a vessel for all these beautiful experiences that you want to conjure in your life to come in freely. It is making you a vessel of the divine. So this can be heightened sexuality. Definitely. You may be feeling the inclination to reveal yourself to others. You may be feeling the inclination to just be like a Romeo, be like a Juliet, just be very, emotive and expressive. And if you're an artist, this is an amazing energy for you. You may be coming to terms and finally healing and forgiving things and people in your life that possibly have caused an emotional discord. You may be forgiving yourself. Most importantly, forgiving yourself is everything. Because then it opens up the gates for you, for your spirit to just keep on flowing and keep on expanding in consciousness. So I really feel that you may be coming, you may be receiving emotional closure within the middle of the week, especially going into next month. You may be feeling okay, at ease, at peace, inner peace. Regardless of your circumstance, things may be going crazy, but you're at peace because you know it's meant to happen. You can't control it. You're just gonna fall back and rock and see what happens, but you know it's for your highest good. You may be feeling super mature, going up to that person, going up to this person, and be like, oh, I feel this type of way, and articulating what it is that is inside of your heart. So this is really interesting because it could be very super romantic. It can be very super elusive energy. Reminds me of Pisces energy. You're very fluid, very fluid like that. And so it's creating like this super beautiful soft portal inside of yourself to truly be vulnerable. And this is the sweet spot. This is the magic spot that a lot of people want to access, but a lot of people want to live like, but they don't have the nerve to really open up to the universe as such, or open up to other people. And I think particularly with the 8 of Swords, that is hinting that you're tired of fighting, you're tired of being bonded, you're tired of not seeing your own path, or seeing how you're creating a path that may be detrimental to you. So you're ready to take responsibility. You're ready to open up and just be like, I release everything. I forgive everyone. I don't want to hold this baggage inside of me anymore. And you know what? I don't want to be that bitter Betty. I don't want to be that petty spaghetti. And I don't want to hold anything in that's not going to make me feel peaceful or at ease with myself or one with my source. So this is really beautiful. Oh my God. It's really beautiful. It's really interesting because it's a great time to be in love. It is cuffing season, but the energy is proving furthermore that it's cuffing season. Pero that's not the only thing. It's not only just being in love. It's just like, oh my God, my pets. Oh my God, my plants. Oh my God, me. I love myself. I just want to do all things. Oh my God, reunions. Oh, I have forgotten about you. Let's kick it up. Oh, family dynamics now healing. Past traumas now healing. Encountering things and moving forward, healing within yourself, most importantly. So that's beautiful for the middle of the week. What date did we leave off of? The 30, the 1st, and the 2nd, I think is for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's 30th, October 1st, and October 2nd. Now let's see what we got. Spirit, what is it that we need to know for the weekends? Bam. Oh, totes. Totes. Total healing. 5 of Pentacles. Okay? You're shifting. Shit's about to pop off. Because the 5 of Pentacles, you see 2 gentlemen impoverished or in a low consciousness where they don't feel adequate enough. They don't have the means to help themselves. But they're going into a shelter. They're going into a sanctuary. They're going into a temple of peace and solidarity and wholeness. So this is the process of kind of coming through the muck and the mire and being able to help yourself, having others help you, or you maybe stepping out of the box and helping others through maybe like a non-for-profit, feeding the homeless, helping someone that you know is in a rut by having a lending ear, giving a lending ear, using your tarot cards to help other people. This is a very humanitarian card. It talks about service, seva. So if you take like yoga or you practice yoga, you're getting a yoga certification. They talk a lot about seva, which is to give back to the community, to be of service to your world. And as you do that, you're of service to yourself as well. So um, the Five of Pentacles particularly relates to the totality of man and how we're starting to heal up on a macro scale and a micro scale. And so this is now you getting out of these ruts, you getting out of these lower consciousness this weekend, and you feeling like you definitely need to help yourself. You definitely are motivated to get out of any sort of state of consciousness that has been holding yourself back. But it can mean that you now, in retrospect, appreciate the hustle that you had to go through. You appreciate the rocky days because now it makes you more keen and savvy to gratitude. It makes you more aware, and it opens up your perspective to what it is that you want to conjure in your life instead of thinking about what you don't, because you've already been there and you don't want to go back there. So you don't want to bring that energy with you. This card is saying that you're leaving that energy behind. So there has to be a shift in consciousness, a shift in the belief system, a closure with something, leaving some badness behind. And so this means think of yourself as worthy, think of yourself as capable. Most importantly, you may be so beaten up from your past circumstances that you're like, oh, well, I can never attract the person. I'm never going to find that person. I'm never going to get the right job. I want to leave a situation, but I can't. I'm not feeling up to par with it. So this can be a great influence for you to start using your willpower and thinking in terms of what you want, particularly with your third eye, your pineal gland, and shooting out visions holographically, 3D, kunk. Like before you go to bed, you think of like a movie projection and a projector, right, boo boo? Projection, whatever. Correct me when I'm a film director. um, And so you envision what you want to see for yourself right before you go to bed or when you wake up for a good 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. This is a practice from Silva Meditations. You can Google it. You can YouTube it. Silva is God, it's a long story, but it's a great meditation system that teaches you how to easily access your subconscious and how to control your mind through a lot of visualization techniques, through self-hypnotism, how to access the theta brain waves where you're really relaxed and you're really chill and you can manifest things very easily because you're not in a mode of conscious thinking. So you're less resistant, you're more at ease. And so using that projection, thanks boo boo. Oh, I don't like the Gaia. Thank you. Using that projection technique and the movie projection to put your own life there and visualizing scents, visualizing scenes, visualizing specific people, visualizing what you're going to wear, what you're going to smell like, what you're going to swag like, what you want to happen, what you want to react like, what you're going to feel like. You want every little detail, and this is going to really make you super keen on the details in your life. So as you're going about your day on a day-to-day basis, you'll know, oh, I'm thinking about that, so I'm attracting that, so let me flip the switch and act accordingly to what it is that I do want to bring into my life. And so that's a really simple technique. You can also Google it. Google Silva Life Meditation, Silva Minds Meditation. Jose Silva was a genius, head of his game on the metaphysical plane. Really created the system. What if humans did not resist so much? How can we control our minds? Oh, well, things are instantaneously manifested. That's what he discovered. So he created this system which helps people get out of anxiety, stop smoking, manifest their ideal soulmate, manifest more money, get out of any sort of fear, procrastination, anything you think of. These meditations are catered for it, and they can help you in a sublime, supreme way. His daughter is leading the field. He has since passed, I believe, in the 70s, and his daughter Laura is like hosting a lot of the meditations. You can buy it, webinars, seminars, even individual MP3 tracks online, and they're just great practice, especially if you do not meditate. They're guided, and they're simple, and they're fun, and they're super effective. So go about doing that to get yourself out of this rut that the Five of Pentacles presents, because you are no longer going back. It's like when you do a sacrifice in the crossroads and you cannot look back. That is symbolic of this card. You're moving from one consciousness to the next, so don't you dare fall into the same routine or habit of thinking in the same type of way that you do not want to think. If you're doing so and you know better, then you're choosing to abide by those vibrations, but you don't have to. And so the key is in just being super mindful and super disciplined, and that will help you a great deal. And I hope you let me know how your experience is, and maybe we can meet up in Brooklyn and all, meditate together if you're not crazy. Just, yeah. Some people be type crazy and stalkerish. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Damn it, I didn't get to whip out the Zen Osho deck or whatever. It wasn't meant to be, but my homegirl gave me the Rumi Oracle deck by, what's her name? Alana Fairchild. So what I usually use of hers is the Isis Oracle deck, but I left that upstate and I don't have that right now. She has this one. And so Rumi is very profound. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it at Namaste Bookshops in Union Square. You can get it at your local metaphysical shop. I mean, the safe bet, because I don't know where y'all coming from, is just to get it on Amazon.com, which is really wicked inexpensive. Especially Amazon Prime. They be delivering shit all free and stuff. And it's like, oh my God, I can't. My wallet can't take it. Anywho, let us see what this weekend has in store for us. Spirit, let us know, what is it that we most need to know? What is going to bring us further towards clarity, towards our spirit, towards the illuminated self and inner peace? The Human Gift, number 17. This kind of reminds me of this dance piece I did to Dante's Inferno with like this blood orange veil. It was really dope. But I was like one of these embers of ash and flame. Really intense. Really super intense. The Human Gift.
Pretty long.
This is pretty long. This is like
It's
a soliloquy.
poem.
I feel like I'm doing a cold read. Oh my Lord.
And it's a ritual.
And it's oh my God, girl. This is 2 pages, whatever. Because I love you guys, I will read. Okay? It's nighttime with Tati. I hope you're watching this and sipping on some tea and stuff, and not coffee, because it's nighttime, boo-boo. Unless you're super, super Hispanic like me, and then you be drinking coffee. Oh, hot cocoa. Haitian hot chocolate. Try it. Okay. Here we go. O heart, what is your excuse for all these blunders? Such loyalty is offered by the beloved, yet so much treason comes from you. Such kindness is offered by the beloved, yet so much defiance and resistance comes from you. Such grace is offered by the beloved, yet so much fault and failure comes from you. Such attraction is offered by the beloved with sweetness and generosity, yet such jealousy comes from you with so much doubt and suspicion. So that is The Human Gift by Rumi. And I'm going to get into the meaning of the card, okay? Do you bemoan your lack of faith? Do you berate yourself, blazing angel, because you have moments where you cannot bring yourself to trust in love more than you trust in your fear? Do you lament and worry that you could or should be living in greater surrender? And yet, when is light more precious than when it arises from darkness? I didn't read that right. When is trust more admirable than when it involves an uncertain yet bold leap of faith? O human angel, your path is perfection in the divine sense, not in some artificial absence of struggle, but in the wrestling of darkness and light that ignites the fire within your holy heart. So rise up now from your doubts and admonishments. That's a word? Admonishments. I gotta look that up. I don't know. Fail. And let your human self be loved. Even for all the doubt, you are still a cherished one of the great beloved and always shall be. Here's the consultation. Be kind to your heart. You may believe it to be weary from doubt and distrust, so much heartbreak, so much agony, yet it still beats. Still it persists with unquestioning allegiance to life. What a grand heart it is, this sacred heart of yours. How can it be worthy of anything other than tenderness, gratitude, acknowledgement, and appreciation? Do not plague your heart with falsehoods and expectations in some disembodied perfection. The perfection of your heart is that it loves still, even if you try to stop it with some notion of self-protection from future hurt through doubt or fear. Still it loves. It is perfection that it hopes even after despair, that it holds compassion even after experiences of fear. So then, what is there left to do but breathe the grandest sigh of relief and allow yourself the essential luxury of peace within? So then, everything is all right. Even if some moments it seems not to be, still your heart beats in the honor of all life. The heart can be nurtured and coaxed into gentle acceptance of all that is, and a divine sight will become available to you. Yes, sacred sight is what is behind this oracle for you now, beloved. You're meant to be witnessing something important, something that will make the presence of the divine in your affairs more real to you. It will be something that you can come to count on at all times, and in that gain greater peace and the realization that yes, it is safer to trust and surrender. Indeed, it is the only safe, sane, and sensible way to live. It is also the most fun way to live, and you are allowed to live this way if you so choose. It is not shrinking your duty as a responsible adult. It is not deluding yourself and turning away from the real world. Rather, surrender is placing responsibility where it is best placed, firmly in the hands of that part of you wise enough to know the great beloved is wiser still, and that your life unfolds according to the great beloved's grace. So for now, take comfort in this oracle. Just for a moment, let your heart be honored and loved by you. And imagine that you can crack open a window in the dustiest chamber of your own heart's temple to let the light of the divine stream in. You may see the angel reaching to assist you. You may receive the gift of understanding, insight, and revelation. You may feel peace, or you may finally allow your heart to break once more again. Or you may quietly realize that you are human, you are light and dark of heaven and earth. What a perfect blend you are of all that can possibly be. You're an extraordinary, living, divine experiment in the making. And you are sacred, cherished, and loved by the great beloved. Do not fear your fear, but do not doubt your doubt with compassion. But do doubt your doubt with compassion. Let it be and let it go. You are human after all, and your journey is beyond description. Just remember, if you are ever in need of the great beloved, there is a place where sacred tryst is always available to you, in the temple of your heart, with the window cracked open so that doubt can fly out and love can breathe freely. Can breathe freely. I'm a hot mess.
That calm. That calm.
Can free the breathing free, breathe the free. This oracle comes with special insight for you. You are, or soon will be, seeing with greater clarity, insight, or an insight, a situation that has been obscured to you in the past. You may be startled by what you perceive, so much so that you second guess yourself or chalk it up to wild imagination on your part. You are asked to trust in your Ay, coño, yo no puedo hablar hoy.
Hey.
Perceptions that when they come from the heart, it's because I'm hungry. Although what you perceive may be darkness, there will be no judgment in it. See what is truly there. Be in the most compassionate nature of your heart, and you shall also be shown the most graceful ways to become clear and free of darkness, either within yourself or within others and the world around you. Grace. That was long. I hope that has served you well, because I'm about to go into the sacred honoring ritual. Okay. Place your hands on your heart and say the following out loud. I love you. You are strong, brave, and powerful. You are gentle, vulnerable, and inspired. You are the truth. You are insight. You are wisdom. You are life. I love you and you are safe. You are the divine made flesh. You, my precious heart, my precious connection to life. I adore you. Thank you for loving. Let us open the inner window, let the stale emotion out, and breathe in fresh life now. For you are well and thriving according to love's grace and wisdom. I trust in what you know, and I trust in what you know and what you see. In compassion, I honor all perceptions of truth. So be it. You have finished your sacred honoring ritual. Ashe. Thank you so much for catching up with Tati and watching this video. I hope it served you so well. And I appreciate you guys tuning in and hitting me up frequently. I'm so happy to be back on board. If you want a session with me, go to my website, www.myurbanillumination.com. Work with me. I am going to be in Brooklyn for a little bit, so you can get some in-person sessions as long as they're 30 minutes or above. And if you have any questions, shoot me an email at urbanillumination@gmail.com. Happy October 1st. Blessings and bendiciones.